Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are we doing today? I see we have the reigning champion, Trippy. Mr. Hamza, how are you doing? Howdy. Very well, thank you. Very well, thank you. Mr. Hamza, are you playing in tonight's quiz? The Sunday quiz, the final quiz of the week. Trippy, a fantastic performance yesterday. Enjoy the dinner. Bon appetit. The gentleman himself, Mr. Carl H. We have our reigning champion, Trippy. May I put your name down, please? Of course. Although I cannot promise anything, we would have to put it to a poll. Unfortunately, your fate would be in the hands of our contestants. Mr. Carl, I will put you down. Mr. Martin, are you playing tonight, sir? Mr. Carl joins the upper echelons of society once again. A generous man. I'll never forget the game. I will never forget the game, Carl, where you donated 8 points to Apple Tree. Trippy will be the third official today. I see. Are you sure your shoulders can bear such weight, such great importance? Trippy, welcome you in. We welcome you in. You are the third umpire, officially. Thank you, Zach. BM, we have Trippy as our third official today. Trippy, after each round, I will ask you for confirmation of who got the question in the quickest time, the correct answer in the quickest time. Should a decision be contestable, we will put it to a vote, as per usual. BM, your name is down. Control Delete. Welcome. So far, we have Trippy as our third official. Carl, BM, Control Delete. Red Hoods, welcome back. Are you playing tonight? Hamza, your fate will be decided by contestants. Bon appetit, enjoy the dinner, and we hope to see you soon. Mr. DB Cooper, is your name going down? So far, we have Trippy as our third official. The gentleman himself, Carl, BM, Control Delete. Martin Roy, of course. The names are going down on the interactive scoreboard. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight promises to be an electric game. The players we have currently are a class above. Please only put your name down if you feel you are up to the challenge. Standards have been raised. Standards must be met. Zach, the game is simple. We have a number of registered players. The first correct answer in the chat takes the point. The first to 10 wins, at which point we will go to a final round. Mr. DB Cooper, can we put your name down? Liberty, Sir Wellington. Names are on the board. Sir Wellington, or as I like to call him, the Duke. Mr. Pressure, Never Under. Is your name going down on the interactive scoreboard? Our contestants are flooding in, ladies and gentlemen. We have Trippy as our third official, Carl, BM, Control Delete, Martin Roy, Liberty, Sir Wellington, DB Cooper. Appreciate you. Not a problem at all, Carl. We appreciate you being here. Let the games commence. Mr. Liberty. We are waiting on 3 to 4 more players. Of course, if players join late, it will be in your hands to decide whether to let them participate. As per usual, we have a third official. May I add, the current champion from yesterday's game, who snatched victory from the jaws of defeat. A truly remarkable game. Red, we have Red in. Mr. Red. So far, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players with Trippy as our third official. Never Under Pressure. Are you joining the game? Never. Ladies and gentlemen, the game of all games is almost upon us. Please be ready. Please be fast. Please be accurate. The first correct answer in the chat takes the points. The first to 10 wins. The winner, the player who achieves 10 points first, gets to decide on any member of the chat joining them in the final round. Good luck, ladies and gentlemen. Do we have any final registrations? Kamikaze, are you in the game? Zach, of course you are. Mr. Zach. Wonderful point by our third official. An outstanding point raised at the very beginning. Let's be under no illusions. Accurate spelling and grammar, first names and last names, must be correct. Zach, welcome in. Good luck to you. Do we have any other players? So far, Carl, BM, Control, Delete. Martin Roy, Liberty, Sir Wellington, Red. Never Under Pressure, and Zach. Iman, welcome to tonight's quiz. The rules are simple. The first to 10 wins the game. The first correct answer in the chat gets the point. Should there be any contestable decisions, our third official, and may I add reigning champion, Trippy, will be officiating alongside your host. James, welcome. James, 101. Guys, we have a lot of players. I might have to use two. Do we have any other final players? Eman, welcome in. You're in, sir. Ellie, may I put your name on the interactive scoreboard? Iman, G6D, you're in. Aman, Ricky, 77 is in. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our current contestants. A quick recap of the rules. Sorry, Mr. Swedish, are you playing, sir? We have some truly classy names on the contender list today. If you're up to it, you're more than welcome. Mr. Swedish is in. This, ladies and gentlemen, so far is the most contestants we've had. To recap on the rules, a very simple quiz ranging from pop trivia, history, geography, science, mathematics, TV, movies, geography, sport. A correct answer equates to 1 point. The first to 10 wins. The first correct answer in the chat, which will be officiated by myself and Trippy, will get the points. If later contestants wish to join, the vote will be put to you to decide. Mohammed 3019, may I add you into the competition before we get things underway? Dozeman, are you in? Thank you very much, Trippy, our third official. There will be no true or false questions. Mr. Mo, 3019. Is Usman here? Usman, please raise your hand if you're here. Agreed. There will be no true or false questions, as in yesterday's round. Before I'd even finished the question, people were shooting from the hip. True, false, true, true. The question had not even been finished. Very clever people. But there are no chances in this game. Dozeman, are you in? Very intellectual group we have. A very intellectual group. Dozeman, I'm waiting on your confirmation before we begin. Mr. Martin, are you joining tonight's quiz? So far, our most contestants players Good luck. Be fortunate. Dozeman. Our last registration by Dozeman. Thank you, sir. Martin. Martin is joining. Mr. Zeus, are you in? Good to hear from you, by the way. Too much pressure. Let the boy watch. That concludes our contestants, our current entries. A quick recap before we get underway. Trippy, our reigning champion, will be officiating alongside me. 1 point per correct answer. The first to 10 wins. Any contestable decisions will be put to a vote. Thank you for your participation. The game commences. Our third official, Trippy, has requested Hesh Ventura. Mr. Bob, are you playing? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your entries. Thank you for your time this evening. Mr. Dozeman, I must use the name just to keep track of things. But of course, I can refer to you as Matthew. I think I can manage that. Ladies and gentlemen, good luck. Be fortunate. Be accurate. Your first question. What planet within our solar system has the most moons? What planet within our solar system has the most moons? The correct answer is Jupiter. The correct answer, my apologies, I am mistaken. The correct answer is Saturn. Trippy, our third official, can we verify who got the answer Saturn in the quickest time? Correct, it is Saturn. Even the pressure's getting to me. Trippy, can we get a ruling, please? Never under pressure. Never under pressure. Off the mark. Congratulations. You go down first on the interactive scoreboard. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. Which London borough contains Camden Market? Which London borough contains Camden Market? The correct answer is the London Borough of Camden. Trippy, can we get a ruling, please? No one said Camden. A ruling by a third official. Carl H. Carl said Camden. Yes, correct. If the question, let me specify, if the question contains an element of the answer, you do not have to write, for example, if I asked you what is the largest desert on Earth, you would not have to say Sahara Desert, as the question contained the word desert. Carl, off the mark. Congratulations. Your next question, ladies and gentlemen. In which board game would you pass go and collect £200? In which board game would you pass go and collect £200? The correct answer is, of course, Monopoly. A great game to start a family feud. Trippy, can we have a ruling, please, from one of our registered players? The correct answer is, of course, Monopoly. Rob T. Unfortunately, Rob T is not a registered player. We can put it to a vote if you would like to be included, Rob. In which case it is Zach. Rob, we can put it to a vote. We are only on the third question, ladies and gentlemen, and things are heating up. Rob T, please stay along to watch. You're more than welcome to join in. We can put it to a vote. Rob has declined the invitation. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. Please respect our officials. Who starred in Mrs. Doubtfire? Who starred in the movie Mrs. Doubtfire? The correct answer is, of course, Robin Williams. Over to my third official, Trippy, for the ruling. How are you doing, Hassan? Absolutely. Accuracy is of the utmost importance. Trippy, can we have a ruling, please, on the first registered player? Mikey is not a registered player. The game is still young. Stranger things have happened. Never Under Pressure takes a 2-point tally. Your next question, ladies and gentlemen. In the TV show sitcom Friends, who played Phoebe Buffay? Who played Phoebe Buffay? Mr. Rob T. We can put it to a vote for you to join now. Alternatively, we can put you down for tomorrow. Not a problem at all. The correct answer is, of course, Lisa Kudrow. King Panther, welcome back. Good to see you. Vin Diesel. Absolutely, Rob. Swedish Purple wishes to register. Mr. Matthew, off the mark. Congratulations. Swedish, please state your claim or forever hold your peace. We shall put it to a vote to the audience. Trippy, our third official, holds the scales of justice. It's a no. It's an overwhelming no. You have 2 contestable decisions throughout the game. You have used one. Can my third official please make a noting? Your next question, ladies and gentlemen. What planet is closest in size to Earth? What planet is closest in size to Earth? The correct answer is Venus. Congratulations. A number of correct answers within the chat. Over to our third official, Trippy, and reigning champion, Hassan Qureshi. Pleasure to welcome you back. Unfortunately, the registration for the game is now complete. We have a number of players spanning 2 A4 sheets. You are more than welcome to join, or we can put it to a vote whether Mr. Qureshi can enter. It's only fair to ask our audience, our contenders, our contestants, whether they wish to split the bounty. I can only ask the question. You must answer. Mr. Hassan, you have any more final votes? Any final votes? It's on a knife edge. One vote could change this. I will close the votes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The vote was inconclusive. It was conclusive. Unfortunately, Hassan, the audience have spoken. The contestants have their eyes on the prize. Competition is fierce. Unfortunately, 53% no, 47% yes. My sincere apologies. It is with a heavy heart that we must evict you from today's game. Always a pleasure having you here. Stick around, you might learn something. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. What is 7 times 6? What is 7 times 6? The correct answer is, of course, 42. Some mathematicians we have among us. Arithmetic. Quasi-geniuses. Never under pressure takes the points. 3 points. Please be ready. Please be quick. Please be accurate. The differences in preparation are now becoming obvious. There are no ties, no revisions, and no further deliberation. The quickest correct answer will take the points. Mr. Qureshi, you have fortunately been looked favorably upon by one of our contestants, Carl H., who is foregoing his position and sacrificing himself for the greater good. Over to my third official, Trippy, to decide the outcome. Mr. Hassan Qureshi, welcome in. As a result, you also take over Carl's points. You've done this on a number of occasions. Hopefully this won't bite you back, Carl. Although the one you gave to Apple Tree was something else. Ladies and gentlemen, again, we must put it to our contestants. Can Mr. Stephen join? Please cast your votes now. The trials and tribulations are already among us. AI will not save you. Alexa is not there for you. Ireland. It is a resounding yes. 64, 62 in your favor. Any final votes? What do you win? You play for pride. You play for glory. You play for bragging rights. Welcome in, Mr. Doom, 7425. Ladies and gentlemen, we must pick up the pace. Your next question. What London line runs fully underground? What London line runs fully underground? There are two correct answers: Waterloo and City and Victoria Line. Victoria Line is, of course, light blue, and Waterloo and City, a wonderful shade of turquoise. Ladies and gentlemen, Trippy, could you please give us an official ruling? From my feed, I can see Central. Rather, Control. Central Control. Mikey Chin is not in the game, unfortunately, nor has he requested to be. Control Delete. Very similar to my name. Thank you. Congratulations, off the board. Is Annie back? Hey, Annie, how are you doing? Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. Name a station on the Central Line. Name a station on the Central Line. Mr. Hassan Qureshi moves to 2. Carl is the good-natured contestant here. 2 games ago, he gave 8 points to Appletree, and Appletree still lost. The new car. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. In the TV show Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, who starred as Uncle Phil? Who starred as Uncle Phil? Mr. June, James Avery is correct. Mr. June, 7425, off the mark. It goes to show, even if you are a late arrival, you can still turn things around. The game is never lost. It can't go on like this, can it? It can. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. Stargazer, how are you doing? Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. What platform popularized the hashtag? What social media platform popularized the hashtag? The correct answer is Twitter. The correct answer is Twitter. Trippy, our third official. Can we get a ruling on the correct answer, please? I move to our third official. We have a number of people vying for it. The new Carl, Mr. Qureshi. Mr. Hassan moves to 3, ties it up with Never Under Pressure. We are now talking books, philosophy. To all you big brains who have joined the quiz, please tell me who wrote The Republic? Who wrote The Republic? The correct answer is Plato. Where did you get Charles Dickens from? A couple of people said Karl Marx. The correct answer is The Republic. Who said Donald Trump? Control Delete takes the points. On to 2. Number of players vying for the top position here. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. Name a James Bond. Name an actor who played James Bond. Can see you now, Trippy. Couple of technical difficulties, not a problem at all. Full names, please. Daniel Craig. Correct. Could have a number of. I love Sean Connery. Roger Moore. Some brilliant Bonds. Hassan, thank you, Trippy. Casino Royale was in fact Daniel Craig's introduction to 007. Carl moves ahead to 4. Your next question, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing, Xavier? Welcome in. Hope things are doing well. Things are heating up. The scoreboards are ticking over for a number of our contestants. We have Mr. Qureshi in the lead. Although, is it justified? Points were donated by a gentleman and a scholar, an academic, who goes by the name of Carl. There'll be a lot of things to say if Mr. Qureshi takes this to the final. Never Under Pressure in second with 3 points. And of course, June, Zach, Dozman, Matthew on 1. Control Delete on 2. Please be quick, be accurate. Your next question, ladies and gentlemen. What is 18 times 17? What is 18 times 17. The correct answer is 306. I have Mr. Mohammed 3019 with our first correct answer. Can we please verify? Mrs. Trippy. Thank you. Onto the board. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. What is 63 divided by 0.7? 63 divided by 0.7. The correct answer is 90. Is ALB. Who's ALB? Can I get a confirmation? Oh, I know, Mr. Mark. Mr. Mark, we have started a quiz. If you wish to join, we can put it to a poll. Mr. Mark. Is Mr. Mark in or is he out? If he is in, then the last point will go to the person who answered either before or after Mark. It's a resounding yes. Mr. Mark, welcome in. A number of questions. The first correct answer in the chat takes the points. You will be our last and final registration for the game. Hassan. Did Hassan get the correct answer first? Wesley, you're in our good graces. Hassan moves to 5. Halfway to victory. There's a long way left, though, ladies and gentlemen. The game is heating up. The outcome is clear. Your next question, ladies and gentlemen. What volcano erupted in Washington State in 1980? What volcano erupted in Washington State in 1980? Mount St. Helens. Control Delete. Not giving up without a fight. A never say die attitude. Is the comeback on? Is the comeback on? Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. Name a John Travolta movie. Name a movie in which John Travolta starred in. Rambo. Saturday Night Fever, a film from 1977. A wonderful answer. Annie, unfortunately, you are not in today's game. Pulp Fiction, correct. Saturday Night Fever. 1977. Wow. Mike is unfortunately not in the game. Rob T is also not in the game. Control Delete. Thank you. Your next question. Ladies and gentlemen, what is the square root of 1089? What is the square root of 1089? Mr. Mark, correct. Correct. Thank you, Trippy. Appreciate the follow-ups. As you can see, things can get heated in the chat. With great power becomes great responsibility. Your next question, ladies and gentlemen. In what year did the sitcom show Friends first air? In what year did the sitcom show Friends first air? Control Delete, please. You have 2 objections remaining. Please feel free to state your claim. Please feel free to state your claim. We can put it to the audience. We'll put it to our third official. The correct answer is 1994. Accuracy. Accuracy is key. Gone later by. How you doing? How's things? Hope you're doing well. No one got the correct answer. Because he has 5G. Yeah. Me, myself, I've positioned myself directly next to the router. Yeah, exactly. Starlink. Yeah. That's exactly that. Yeah. How do we know someone's not got Alexa in the background? Alexa, do not answer any of the following questions. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. In the sitcom show Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, what was the name of the butler? Gregory. The correct answer is Jeffrey. The correct answer is Jeffrey with a G. Ladies and gentlemen, with a G. Unlucky there, Mr. Qureshi. You're off to a great start, but Mr. Mark, Mr. ALB, has different ideas. Congratulations, Mark. Off to a great start. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. Hesh Ventura. I sense some dismay, some angst. Please state your claim, if you wish. We, of course, can put this to a vote. Hesh Ventura, I appreciate your humility, your sportsmanship. Ladies and gentlemen, Hesh has revoked his claim. Gentlemanly conduct, sportsmanship. Please speak now or forever hold your peace. Trippy, we're all good. We continue. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. What is the Fibonacci number after 34? What is the Fibonacci number after 34? Mr. Striker, long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Hope you and the family are good. Control Delete. The correct answer is 55. Control Delete ties things up at 5-all with Mr. Qureshi. Seems like a two-horse race with Never Under Pressure. In third, Mr. Mark, ALB, our latecomer on 2, Mo, Dozeman, and Zach, all on single digit number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. What London line was the first underground railway? What London line was the first underground railway? Gone later by not at all. You're here to laugh, to learn. Those are the main things. Voided round. The correct answer was, in fact, the Metropolitan Railway, which opened in January 10th, 1863, the world's first underground railway, running between Paddington and Farringdon Street. 1863. Can you believe that? Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Your next question, ladies and gentlemen. What is 15% of 240? The correct answer is 36. Mr. Mark, coming back. We have a dispute we must raise. Our third official has made the ruling. Mr. Qureshi. Eight votes. 8 votes. Our contestants have spoken. Ladies and gentlemen, Trippy, please remove one objection from Control Delete. You have one left. Please use your objections and contest your decisions wisely. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. Name an Arnold Schwarzenegger film. Terminator is correct. Terminator is correct. Hassan moves to 6. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. Please be accurate, be quick. Our third official, Trippy, is a reigning champion and knows exactly what's at stake to be victorious in this game. Please show some respect to our third official and previous champion, Trippy. The scales of justice will always be balanced when Trippy is among us. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. Name a Manchester United football player. Name a Manchester United football player. Hesh Ventura. Who can forget the magnificent Wayne Rooney? Outstanding. Absolutely outstanding player. How that generation of players never won anything is beyond me. Trippy, can we get a conclusion? Hesh Ventura, are you off the board? Hesh Ventura takes the points. Congratulations. Your next question, ladies and gentlemen. What is the planet named after the god of war? What is the planet named after the god of war? Mr. Mark moves to 4. Congratulations, Mark. There's a comeback on the cards. From now on, it seems to be a 3-horse race. All due respect to our contestants. We have Mr. Qureshi with the assistance of Carl, who sits on 6. Could this be the difference? Could Carl's donation of 1 point be the difference here? Control Delete on 5 and Mark on 4. Never Under Pressure on 3. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. Name a chess piece. Name a chess piece. Trippy, a number of correct answers. Can we have your official ruling, please? Rob is not in the game. A knife edge, Dixie. Cut the tension with a knife. Palpable. Mark takes it to 5. Moves from 3rd to joint 2nd. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. Things are heating up, simmering. A number of pots are on the fire. Who will be victorious? Your next question, ladies and gents. What is the cube root of 4096? What is the cube root of 4096? The correct answer is 16. Mr. Mark. An unreal comeback. Ties things up. Moves from last to 4th to 3rd to 2nd to joint 1st. Epic. Magnificent. Splendid. A superb individual effort. Joint 1st with Mr. Hassan Qureshi. Your next question, ladies and gentlemen. Please name a Commonwealth country. Please name a Commonwealth country. A number of correct answers. A stupendous confectionery. A strawberry bonbon. A number of Smarties in the chat. Control. Control takes the points. We have 3 people tied for first. Unprecedented in this game of games. The moment has arrived. Pages are ready. The silence falls like a storm before battle between these 3 great contestants. Qureshi, Control, Mark. With all due respect to our other opponents, is a 3-horse race. Every question holds significant weight. Trippy, please look at Qureshi's 2098 point. Will that be tolerated within the rules of the game? Please have a look, Trippy, at Mr. Qureshi's point. We will not tolerate such abuse in this game. Please, ladies and gentlemen, I may have to take this to a poll. We have Qureshi steering the game with requesting a science-related question. Trippy, can we get a ruling, please? We cannot have the questions of the game compromised. Treason shall not be tolerated. The steering, the bias, the bribery of the game. The scales of justice, we pride ourselves on our core values of transparency. A fair, unbiased game. Yellow card to Mr. Qureshi. Yellow card. Another injunction of this nature will result in the termination. Alas, we continue. Mr. Beza, a great player. A great player, Mr. Beza. Unfortunately, the magnitude of the game is at such a state where we have 3 people, 3 contenders in joint first. Qureshi, Control, and Mark. I will put it to a vote. Is Beza? Can Beza join? Ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, Beza, the vote was inconclusive and even 50-50. The audience has spoken. Ladies and gentlemen, absolutely, Beza, you can join as a third official. We have Trippy, who has done a tremendous job officiating. It would be our pleasure to welcome you as a third official. Please, may the scales of justice always be balanced and true. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. What is 45% of 200? What is 45% of 200? The correct answer is 90. Mr. Qureshi takes the lead. 7, 6, 6. Mr. Qureshi takes the points. Your next question, ladies and gentlemen. What is Arsenal's football ground called? What is Arsenal's football ground called? The correct answer is the Emirates. Congratulations. Congratulations. Hassan moves to 8. A fantastic event so far, ladies and gentlemen. A fantastic event. We will accept, in this case, Emirates. We will accept. Ladies and gentlemen, we are moving into our penultimate rounds. Mr. Qureshi on 8, Control on 6, and Mark joint second with 6 as well. A 3-horse race. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. Which comedian starred in Groundhog Day? Which comedian starred in Groundhog Day? The correct answer is Bill Murray. Can we get a ruling on the correct answer in the quickest time, please? Mark moves to 7. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. What volcano erupted in the Philippines in 1991? Voided round. The correct answer was in fact Mount Pinatubo, which volcano erupted in the Philippines in 1991. Thank you, Trippy. Absolutely. We do not accept two answers. Your next question. Name a stand-up comedian. Name a stand-up comedian. $3019, Jim Carrey. $3019. 2 points. Dozeman, Martin, Hesh, Kamikaze, June, 7425, Mark, Rick, Aman, Sir Wellington, Liberty, Martin Roy, Red, Never, Zach, James. A number of these players have folded, it seems, under the pressure. But Mo, still hanging tough, going strong, not giving up the cause. Your next question. Name a UK Prime Minister. Name a UK Prime Minister. Control. Tony Blair. Labour Party leader. Who remembers his motto? Labour leader in the 90s, Tony Blair. Congratulations. All correct answers. Maggie Thatcher. Boris Johnson. Rishi Sunak. Theresa May. All would have been acceptable answers. Your next question, ladies and gentlemen. Master Beza, we'll have a quick fire round after this game. I've already put it to poll. You've already accepted the position as our third official. It would be our pleasure to oversee this current game with you and Trippy as our third officials. Let me commend you, though, also on a magnificent game 2 quizzes ago. Unbelievable performance. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. Please name a character from the TV sitcom show Friends. Joey is correct. Monica is also correct. Carl Qureshi moves to 9, 1 point away from victory. If some of our players who are not off the mark would please band together. You need this to keep the game alive. Qureshi is 1 point away. You need this to keep the game alive. BM. Control. Martin. Liberty. Sir Wellington. Red. Never. Zach. James. Iman. Rick. Swedish. Mo. I know you're there, Mo. I know you're there. Dozman. Martin. Hesh. Kamikaze. Mr. Mark. ALB. Wesley. June. You can band together to keep the game alive. Next question. Which Bond film features a bungee jump opening scene? Which Bond film features a bungee jump opening scene? The correct answer is GoldenEye. Our third official, Trippy, has called a voided round due to the first correct answer being answered by a non-registered player. Correct decision. Voided round. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. So far, one round has surpassed. Again, any other player aside from Mr. Qureshi needs to get this point to stay in the game, to keep the game alive. What does VPN stand for? What does VPN stand for? Mr. Patrick, a non-registered player, voided round. If a non-registered player answers the question first, we have to assume no, Patrick was first, I'm afraid. Control. Patrick was afraid. We have another option here. If a non-registered player answers the question first, should we give them the ability to donate that point? The Supreme Court, you're clearly based in the US. Our judicial system follows the High Court. Okay, I put it to a vote. The question at hand is if a non-registered player answers first, can they donate their point? It's a resounding yes. How you doing, Sammy? Good to hear from you. Right. Moving forward, the judgment has been called by our contestants, our viewers. The decision is a resounding yes. To clarify, should a non-registered player answer first, they will have the opportunity to donate their point to one of the registered players. Truth, how are you doing? Retrospectively, no. No. We cannot move back in time, but we can move forward. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. Name one of the 7 wonders of the world. Name one of the 7 wonders of the world. The Taj Mahal is the Colosseum, the Chichen Itza, Petra, Great Wall of China are all valid answers. We now have a question, one that will decide the ruling of this game. The point originally that Carl gave to Mr. Qureshi seems to have been pivotal in the winning of his game. Should Carl's point stand with Mr. Qureshi? Hassan, Carl, congratulations on a great victory. Outstanding performance. Outstanding performance by a number of our players. Mr. Qureshi, Mr. Control, Mr. Mark. Mr. Mark, a sublime comeback. Mr. Mo, I respect the tenacity, the will to win. 3019. Bravo. Bravo, you came in late. You came in, you subbed on in the 60th minute with 30 minutes left and made a difference. You remind me of Solskjaer, super sub, coming on in the Champions League final, United v Bayern Munich. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough this time round. Hassan, congratulations. Fantastic performance. All of our players, Rick, Eman, Swedish, Dozman, Martin, Hesh, Kamikaze, Doom, Trippy, our third official. Outstanding. Outstanding. Now, Of course, Trippy, Beza, our third officials. Could not be done without you. Now, Hassan, are you still with us? As you know, this is not the conclusion of the game. Mr. Qureshi, let me congratulate you personally. Some amazing answers. Some amazing answers, some amazing knowledge. Absolutely, Mr. Beza. Absolutely. You are hereby with Carl. The poll said no. There was a premonition, wasn't there? There was a premonition, a fear factor that Mr. Qureshi would come and storm the game. The vote said no. Carl donated his points. In future, should we allow the donation of points? Another question that comes, another legislative change that may be on the cards due to events that unfolded on the 1st of February on a cold evening. Now, who would you like to move into the final round with you? Yes, it's all a laugh and a learn. We move into a final round. Mr. Qureshi, as winner of the game, you can choose one of our players or someone from the chat to go into a final round with you. The choice is yours. Winner's privilege. Oh, very interesting. Very interesting. The apprentice becomes the master. Or does the master get demoted to the apprentice? A twist of events. Do not bite the hand that feeds you. Wow. Wow. I could not have expected that choice, that pick. We go. Carl v. Hassan. Should get a vote on one more question, winner takes all. Absolutely, Hassan. Some laughs, some learns. It's all good. It's all good nature. But before we get into that, we have to discuss the serious topic of Carl v. Hassan. Good luck, gentlemen. Please may I remind the newcomers that this is a final round between Carl v. Hassan. We're playing for the trophy. It's about that time. Carl donated his points to Hassan, which ultimately allowed him to win the game. Hassan, as victor, has chosen Carl to go into him head to head in the final round. Good luck to you, gentlemen. The final round is now underway. Contestants, are you ready? Before we start, who are we backing? Who's your money on? Next question before we start. It seems points cannot be donated. It seems points cannot be donated. Your first question. Carl, Hassan, to clarify, no points can be donated. If someone does answer in the chat, it will be a voided round. We will move to the next question. If one of you answers correctly in the quickest time, the point will count. It's the first to 5. Good luck to you. Your first question. 5. Your first question. Carl, Hassan. What is the study of flags called? What is the study of flags called? Voided round. Although we have a decision, a question, a statement perhaps. Let's have donations if both agree. Carl, what do you mean by both agree? If yourself and Hassan agree. Just don't. How you doing? 4655. Let's go. Next question. Next question. Ladies and gentlemen, Hassan and Carl, what is the only planet not named after a Roman god? What is the only planet not named after a Roman god? Earth is correct. A very close round. The point goes to Hassan. Thank you, Trippy. An absolute pleasure officiating this game with you today. Carl, Hassan, what is the longest river in Asia? What is the longest river in Asia? Avoided round. Please, ladies and gentlemen, we're in a final round, the conclusion of an epic game. It's a head-to-head. If you can refrain from putting answers in the chat, it would be much appreciated. Not a problem, not a problem. We're all caught up in the emotion of the game. The tension, the thrills, the turns, the trials, the tribulations that have occurred. Carl, who donated his points to Hassan, has been brought back in. Your next question, Hassan and Carl. What is the smallest prime number? What is the smallest prime number? All incorrect answers. All incorrect answers. Voided round. Absolutely, Mark. Absolutely. The answer is 2. Your next question. Can a penguin fly? The correct answer is no. They are flightless birds, but they can swim between 15 and 25 miles per hour. Pretty good. Pretty good. Ideal for diving rather than flight. Voided round. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. Please keep in mind correct spelling and accuracy is of the utmost importance. Please tell me what the fear of confined spaces is called. Void again. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask again. Carl, Hassan, shall we allow the donation of points? We have to time. Who do we have to time out? We don't time anyone out on the channel. That's not really our style. It's not really our style, but we would kindly ask, Mr. Patrick, please, if you could refrain, it would be much appreciated. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question, or should I say gentlemen and gentlemen, Carl and Hassan, your next question. What organ filters blood in the human body? What organ filters blood in the human body? The correct answer is the kidneys. Hassan moves to 2. Carl. Carl wasn't ready. You can see that he was typing. Kidneys, spleen. I'm missing a point. Reach the Maldives, Zayab. Beautiful. It is fastest answer first. The rules of the game are simple. Exactly that. I'm inclined to agree with Mikey here. Every round cannot be voided. Ladies and gentlemen, please, kindly, we're in a head-to-head. Trippy is a third official, absolutely. The point you're thinking of was voided from Patrick. Yeah, exactly. Exactly that. Trippy, your officiating is outstanding. Lady, gentlemen, and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen off the chat, please. We are in a head-to-head with 2 amazing players. Appletree joins us. Appletree, I must fill you in. Hassan won the game, first to 10. After the good-natured Carl sponsored him, donated him 1 point. That was all it took for him to go on to the final. In a turn of events, he then invited Carl into the final round. Some may say, don't bite the hand that feeds you. He's 2-0 up. Carl did get the penguin question. Carl, I stand corrected. My apologies. The score is 2-1. Thank you. Thank you. We are not too big to reverse our decisions on this game, in this quiz. Not a problem at all. The correct answer has been given. We have rectified the situation. Our sincere apologies. Carl, the score is 2-1. Your next question, ladies and gentlemen. What is the only bone in the human body not connected to another bone? The correct answer, Mr. Qureshi, moves to 3-1. The hyoid bone is a small U-shaped, horseshoe-shaped bone located in the front of the neck, typically at the level of the C3, C4 vertebrae, just above the larynx. It's unique as the only floating bone in the human body, not articulating directly with any other bone, but instead suspended by muscles and ligaments. Evolution is a hell of a thing, eh? Unreal. Unreal. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. What is the name of the supercontinent that existed 300 million years ago? Pangaea is correct. Mr. Qureshi moves to a 4-1 advantage against Mr. Carl. Carl, you need this to stay in the game. You need this to stay in the game. Carl, a gentleman, a scholar, an academic, who's shown goodwill, camaraderie, and a level of empathy, really a level of empathy across multiple games, donating points to multiple players. You need this one to stay in the game. Carl, are you here? Carl is here. Okay. Okay. Your next question. And forgive my pronunciation of the question. What is the capital of Liechtenstein? What is the capital of Liechtenstein? Over to you, Carl. Carl has not answered yet. Voided round. You're still in it. Vaduz is the correct answer. Vaduz. V-A-D-U-Z. The level of difficulty will go up and down. There'll be variance in the types of questions, the themes, the genres, the topics. Your next question. What is the most common gas in the universe after hydrogen? The correct answer is helium. Hassan takes the win, the victory. 5 points to 1 in this final. A landslide victory, an outstanding performance, a dominant display. Congratulations. Congratulations. A wonderful performance. A wonderful performance. The process is complete. Differences in preparation have now been made evident. Only one performance satisfied the requirements consistently. The winner stands, Mr. Hassan Qureshi, 2098. A wonderful performance. We have all been spectators. We have all witnessed a truly outstanding individual effort by Mr. Qureshi. Well, what did Patrick say? Patrick's been pretty fast as well. Yeah, you got me there. It's all good, gentlemen. It's all good. Ladies and gents, we have a laugh. We have a learn. That's the main thing, eh? That's the main thing. Now, may I ask, Mr. Qureshi, Mr. Hassan, given your outstanding, commendable performance, would you be willing to put it all on the line and risk it in a winner-takes-all, sudden death question? The choice is yours. The choice is yours. We can either have another 5 or 6 contestants. I think we'd have a number of players. Do you want to go 2 rounds? Do you want to be the double champ across 2 weight divisions? Do you have it? Do you have it in you to go again? Fresh fighter each round. That's how they spar nowadays. You'll do 1 spar with 1 round. You got your trophy. You got to put up the belt to win the other belt. Patrick is here. Patrick is clearly a competitor. Clearly a man of intellectual prowess. Ladies and gentlemen, we play again. Who's in for the new game? This time, a shorter round. First to 5. We cannot do first to 10. We do first to 5. Hassan is not joining this game. Is that correct? Of course, Mr. Striker. I hope you're doing well. Don't think I've forgotten about you. Hope you're doing okay. Hassan's in. Hassan is in. You've chosen to win. You've chosen to go to war. You've had a landslide victory. You must continue along this path. Hassan, first name on the board. This will be a quick fire round. 5, first to 5 wins. Beza, of course. Hassan, Beza, Mark. Control. Patrick. Be wary of Patrick. These are all our players. 3019. As always, a pleasure. Never a chore. As always. Good night to you. Good day, good morning, wherever you are. Truth. Where's Apple Tree? Truth. Apple Tree. Absolutely, 3019. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Bon appetit. Of course, Striker is in. That is it then. Apple Tree, you'll be my third official. The responsibility for you is to confirm who got the first answer correct. Who got the correct answer in the quickest time? Fastest first. How you doing? Yes, Chris. How you doing? Did you split the G? Yeah, of course, fastest. Why not? Right, one more player. That's all. Quick fire round. Fastest. Chin. Where's Chin? Chin is a good player. Chin is a good player. Am I in a or donation player? Chin, you're playing for pride. Who's going to knock Qureshi off his pedestal? It's coming a bit blasé with a bit of bravado, hasn't he? In the fashion he won. He means business. Who else is here? Ladies and gentlemen, this is a quick fire round. First to 5. The players are in. We're ready to go. Good luck, everybody. The first to 5. It's as simple as that. We have our third official, Apple Tree, who will decide on the ruling. Her ruling will be final. You do not have 2 injunctions. You have 1 contestable poll that you can take. Good, clean game. Touch gloves. Go to your corners. Let's fight. Your first question, ladies and gentlemen. What organ produces insulin? What organ produces insulin? He means business, doesn't he? He means business. Mr. Qureshi. Correct. 1. Apple tree. Thank you very much for the confirmation. Your next question, ladies and gentlemen. What continent has the highest average elevation? What continent has the highest average elevation? Mark. Correct. Antarctica. Good guess with Asia. I know what you're thinking there, thinking about where Everest is located. Antarctica, highest average. Good thinking, though. This is why I like these players. Smart guys, smart guys. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. What ancient empire was ruled by Mansa Musa? What ancient empire was ruled by Mansa Musa? Patrick. I knew he'd get on the board. Great thinking with the Byzantium era. Yeah, good thinking. Ottoman, Chinese, Mali. Correct. Very good. Get on the game. 3 people, 1 point each. Your next question, ladies and gentlemen. What is the only chess piece that can jump? What is the only chess piece that can jump? The correct answer is knight. You must be specific. Horsey is not an answer. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. Thank you, Apple Tree. I appreciate the swift validation of the answers and the correct contestants. Your next question, ladies and gentlemen. What is the smallest country in the world? What is the smallest country in the world? The first correct answer. Who do we have here? Unlucky, Betamax. Clearly an autocorrect. Unfortunate. Vatican City is correct. Yeah. Who got that first, please? Who got that first? I have Patrick. It was Hassan. Hassan moves to 2. Hassan means business. Your next question. What is the only US state with 1 syllable? What is the only US state with 1 syllable? Striker. 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 Interesting. Your next question, ladies and gentlemen. What is the study of coins called? What is the study of coins called? Coinage. Good stuff. Avoided round. Your next question. Our third officials have called it. Apple Tree alongside Trippy are our third officials. Your next question. What is the unit of frequency? What is the unit of frequency? Patrick is on fire. He takes the lead. 3-2. You got Patrick here? Your next question, ladies and gentlemen. What planet has the most moons? What planet has the most moons? The correct answer is Saturn. A number of correct answers. Striker, Hassan. Trippy, thank you. Ties it up at first place. I did think it would be a battle between Mark, Patrick, Hassan, and Striker. Fastest, Truth, Chin, Control. Let's get off the board. Your next question. What is the study of handwriting called? What is the study of handwriting called? Graphology. Correct. Truth. Correct. Calligraphy. I would have guessed that. Beautiful writing. I've seen some people do that. Turn writing into an art. Calligraphy. Beautiful. But yes, the correct answer is graphology. Ladies and gentlemen, what country has the highest life expectancy? And the correct answer is Japan. Who does that go to? A number of correct answers in the chat. North Korea. North Korea is probably quite low. Hassan moves to 4-3. Hassan needs one to win. It's amazing, isn't it? You could look at the lifestyle in Japan. They're always moving. They're always slim. Even I saw some things. Even their gas stations have healthy snacks, sushi, exactly, fish. Yeah, they give their people good food. Yeah, amazing. Beza, Mark, Control, Patrick, Truth, Striker, Fastest, and Chin. You need this to keep the game alive. What is the capital of Senegal? What is the capital of Senegal? Albon. ALB Mark. ALB Mark moves to 2. We have Hassan on 4. 1 point to win. Trippy. Trippy, have I missed something here? The capital of Senegal is Dakar, located on the Cap Vert Peninsula on the Atlantic coast. Ladies and gentlemen, you need this to keep the game alive. If Hassan takes this, he takes the game. Betamax. It's been an epic game. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. Please remember, spelling and accuracy is essential. What is the longest running empire? What is the longest running empire? The Roman Empire is correct, enduring nearly 1,500 years. Wow. Who got it, please? Can we have a confirmation from Apple Tree or Trippy? Tennis unfortunately did not register for this quick fire round. Apple Tree, Trippy, you can confirm, please. Beza. Bez. Mr. Beza, congratulations. Off the mark. Well played. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. What element has atomic number 1? What element has atomic number 1? Patrick ties things up at 4-all. This is our final quick fire round. First to 5 takes it all. Sorry, we have a ruling. I had Patrick 2, Trippy. Apple Tree, could you confirm who you had? We all had Patrick. Please, ladies and gentlemen, this is what could be our final question. What is the study of bones called? What is the study of bones called? I have Patrick. Can we confirm? Third officials. Can we confirm? Patrick. Osteology is the correct answer. Patrick first. Wow. Quick fire round, first to 5. Congratulations, Patrick. Great game. Hassan, valiant effort yet again. Jacob, that's why we're here. We have a laugh, we have a learn. It's all good. I'd love to see you on the next quiz. Congratulations, guys. No math questions in that one, I'm afraid. No math questions in that one. But if you guys have any suggestions on topics, genres, themes, please let me know. I'm all ears. I'm all ears. Everyone did great today. Everyone did great. Absolutely, Apple Tree. Good night, Mark. Yes. Good night, guys. The next one, we'll try and get one going in the next couple of days. Tennis Insights, hit the subscribe, you get a notification, and then, yeah, feel free to jump in. We've been going for about 2 hours, 25 minutes now. Hat questions, Fedora, bowler, baseball. Yeah. When was it first invented? Yeah. Guys, honestly, had a great time. Hit the subscribe, hit the like button, share it with your friends. I'm thinking about starting to introduce some teams. So we could get a couple of the winners together, maybe some different teams, red team, blue team, green team, that kind of thing. Then the first person within that team who answers, the team gets the points. So we can explore some ideas. But yeah, Jacob, it'd be great to see you. Barraclough. Mikey's Tennis Insights. Speak to you guys soon. Yeah. We'll get it going. Catch you soon, guys. Good night.